Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Taji, and today we are going to be doing the second part of Plab prep journey. In the first part, we discussed about how to begin your Plab journey, what resources to use. You can go and watch the previous video. It is very helpful if you're just starting right now. And if you have already watched it, then you should watch this video if you have your exam in next 3 to 5 months. Let's begin today's journey. Boop. All right, so today we are doing a Plab preparation in 3 months. We have 5 months and 3 months, but a lot of you doctors really liked my previous video and requested to make a schedule, make a planning for 3 months and 5 months. So this time we'll be focusing on 3 months, and inshallah in the next video, if you like and share and subscribe this video more than the before one, then definitely I'm gonna be doing the 5 months review. And obviously at the end of the video I will be sharing few tricks and tips which will help you in your examination. So let's begin. Now when you think about 3 months preparation, Plab, you have a lot of topics, but honestly it is doable. A lot of doctors have done it. A lot of doctors that I have guided personally have done it with this specific plan. They made my plan as the basic structure and they followed it, and alhamdulillah they were able to ace their exam with very good marks. The 3 months. The first thing you want to do is you want to divide your 3 months into part 1, which is phase 1, and phase 2. What are you gonna do in phase 1? Okay, so first thing you need to do is you have to know how many topics you have to finish in phase 1. For me personally, I have divided my topics into bigger topics and smaller topics. That is how I can and divide my time. I can spend 3 days to 3.5 days on doing bigger topics, and I can spend like 2 days doing the smaller ones. Now, if you're going to be asking like, okay, Dr. Taji, what are the big topics and what are the smaller topics, and how did you divide them? It's pretty easy. The big topics are the ones which have more than 120 MCQs, okay, which includes hematology, neurology, emergency medicine, general surgery, gastroenterology, pediatrics, respiratory, endocrinology, psychiatry, cardiology, and OBGYN, infectious diseases, nephro plus urology. So these are all the big topics. You can see it somewhere here. I'm going to list them all. And the smaller topics are pharmacology, ophthalmology, dermatology, vascular, rheumatology, anatomy, critical care, palliative care, ethics, orthopedics, radiology, and genetics, oncology, and epidemiology, which is the worst for me personally. And I'm gonna give you the tips and tricks to deal with this one as well, because a lot of my fellow doctors or my fellow students, they struggle in epi a lot. So yeah, at the end of it, do watch it till the end. All right, so these are the bigger topics and the smaller topics. Now what we are gonna do is we're gonna make a plan. Phase 1 is doing big topics as well as small topics. Doctor, from where am I gonna do it? You're gonna do it from Plab 1 Keys. That is the best resource out there in notes. So what you do is you take out a bigger topic. If you are working in surgery, go for surgery. Start with something you are comfortable with. If you are good in cardiology, start with that. Why? Because you're already comfortable and you're gonna ease into your syllabus. Try to finish your bigger subjects in 3 days. Now what do I mean in 3 days is you can do the topic from Plab 1 Keys in 2 days, the bigger topic. For example, if I take cardiology, I can finish cardiology in 2 days. I can go through the whole notes of Plab 1 Keys. I can write down my notes as well. This is very important. Please write down your own notes as well. Okay, you don't have to copy and paste from Plab 1 keys. Write it in your own words, make it smaller, just topic wise. Okay, AFib needs this. If a patient comes, you would treat him like this and this. If the patient is older or younger, and all those things. So make it very precise, your own notes. It will help you in revision at the end. And while you're doing this in 2 days, you're going to be having 1.5 day left. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with a smaller topic. Now you're going to ask me like, isn't it better to start a new subject or a new topic, or isn't it better to start my Plabable MCQs or med revision MCQs? It is good, but what I prefer personally is when you read something, it's very fresh in your mind. Okay, and you're gonna make less and less mistakes while solving your MCQs. And maybe at the end of covering all the chapters in phase 1, at the end of the phase 1, you might even forget half of it. So it's better to give 1 day gap in between. The 1 day gap would be doing the smaller subjects in that 1 day gap. So you did a bigger topic in 2 days, and then you have 1 day in which you're going to do the smaller topic. You can choose pharma, ortho, any of them which I listed, and you do it in 1 day, in 1.5 day, and after that you go with the bigger topic MCQ. So you would be thinking that, okay, should I choose Plabable? Should I choose med revision? If you have 3 months, I would suggest you to go for Plabable. It is more exam oriented. It is more to the point. And yeah, med revision is very good, but for me personally, I am not a very fast learner, so I need some time to learn as well. And med revision has a lot of information. It is very vast, so it will take you more than 3 months, or maybe it will take you 3 months to complete it and do mocks, and you wouldn't be able to do good revision. But if you're doing Plabable, you can do much better. You can do 2 days, big subject, 1 day, small subject, and then another 1 day you're gonna go with the Plabable MCQs of that same subject. Now, if you are having a bigger subject, the MCQs can reach to 250, like pediatrics. It has a lot of MCQs. So, and they keep on upgrading as well according to every exam. So you have like 200, let's take an average, which is 200. You have to finish 100 MCQs in 1 day. That is very important because we are doing everything in 3 months, and doing something in 3 months, especially Plab 1 preparation, it will take a lot of your time. Okay, so do 100 MCQs in 1 day, so you will be done with 200 MCQs in 2 days. So let me draw a timeline for you. Bigger subject, you're gonna be finishing in 2 days. All right, with from Plab keys, you're gonna be making your own notes, and then you're gonna give 1 day gap from the bigger subject. In that 1 day gap, you're gonna be doing your smaller subject within 1 day. All right, and after 3 days, you're gonna go back to your bigger subject, but this time you're gonna be logging in your Plabable, and you're gonna be solving your MCQs. So you're gonna solve your MCQs in 2 days, which is 200 MCQs per 100 MCQs per day. And if you can increase your MCQs, which is gonna be really good for you, because at the end of the phase 1, or at the end of your completing Plab 1 keys and all the topics, you will have more time to do your mocks and revision and go through discussion. We are gonna talk about it later on. Now, after doing your Plabable MCQs in 2 days, so you have finished your bigger subject in almost 4 days. 2 days for going through the topic, 2 days for solving an MCQ, and then you're gonna be finishing your smaller subject in 2 days as well. 1 day you're gonna be doing the Plab 1 keys revision, Plab 1 keys topic, and the other day you're gonna be solving your Plabable MCQ. Now, let me emphasize more on making your own notes. Even if you're solving your Plabable MCQ, you think if there is some new information which was not included in Plab 1 keys, which there is a lot. In total, you'll have 4 days for big topics and 2 days for small topics. Definitely, if you can decrease the time for your studying and cover more topics, then that would be much better. But according to this plan, you might be able to finish your Plab 1 keys in almost 2 months, or 2 months and 5 to 10 days. Okay. After finishing this, you might let's just suppose you have 25 days left. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 1 day break after finishing your phase 1. This is the end of phase 1, and we are gonna be starting with phase 2 now. Beginning of the phase 2, you have 25 days left, and according to this, you will be doing your mocks now. You're gonna take 1 day break at the end of your phase 1 and before the beginning of your phase 2. So after doing your phase 2, after beginning your phase 2, you're gonna start doing the revision from the notes that you took, the notes you made, which is very important. Again, you have to make your own notes, and you have to subscribe this channel if you want me to explain you more on in much detail on how to go in much detail and how to prepare for your Plab 1. Back to the topic. So you're gonna be doing your revision, and you're gonna take 2 days, 3 days for your revision. You're gonna go through the flagged questions from Plabable MCQ, and then you're gonna be hitting mocks. So now you're gonna just do mocks. All right. Let's just suppose you have 22 days left. All right, and now you're gonna be starting with your mocks. You have 15 to 16 mocks in Math Revision as well as in Plabable. So you're gonna do 1 mock in each day. Now, there is a trick on doing mock the way I did it, and it helped me a lot in exam, and the time was not an issue for me in that exam. So what you need to do is you have to finish your 3 hours mocks in 2 hours. Yeah, it might sound crazy, but you have to do it in 2 hours. You have to finish your 180 questions in 2 hours. And you have to do it in one sitting. You have to make, if it is possible for you, then I would suggest you to sit on a similar timing as your main exam. So, for example, if your exam is in afternoon, try to sit in afternoon without coffee or anything to eat in the middle of your mock. You can have a cup of water, a bottle of water, and you can have that. And you have to finish your 180 MCQs in 2 hours. Usually, a lot of doctors, a lot of students come to me regarding not scoring well in their mocks at the beginning. That's totally fine. It's very normal to score around 60s. Okay. You can score 65, you might score 68. If you're scoring in 70, that's very good. But if you're scoring in 60s, there's nothing to be afraid of. This is very normal, and obviously this is your first mock. So as you proceed further, as you progress, you will be doing much better, and you will be scoring more and more. Now, how can you learn from the mistakes you are making in your mocks as well as in your MCQs? The thing that you do is, after doing your mock, you see what questions, MCQs you did wrong. For example, if you did something wrong regarding AFib, atrial fibrillation, you go back to your cardiology, you open your Plabable revision guide, you open your Plabable gems, you can open your personal notes, go through them. And if you have Math Revision, they have their own notes. Go through them as well. If you have done something wrong in ECG, there is gems for ECG as well. Go through them. Go through the MCQs which are related to ECG as well in your Plabable or Math Revision. And this might take some time, but you have to do this on the same day. Okay, this is important because we don't have much time left now if you want to attempt all the mocks. So what we do is we finish these mocks. All right, we do mostly we do 10 to 12 mocks. We don't do all 16 of them because we have bigger mocks. If you can purchase them from Plabable, please do that. Start solving your big mocks. They are really helpful. They are very close to the exam, a bit much more tougher, but the structure of the questions are very similar to your real exam. They are very confusing. So after finishing your normal mocks in your Plabable or your Math Revision, in next 15 days. Now you have time. You have almost like 8 days left, and in these 8 days you're going to be doing big mocks, and you're going to do just revision. You're going to go through your Plab gems, you're going to go through your med revision notes if you have them, you're going to go through your Plabable revision notes, and most importantly, you're going to go through your own personal notes. Okay, now let's end this topic. I will not be discussing more about mocks, the strategies to do this. Definitely, if you hit a like, a share, and subscribe, share as much as possible. Please do subscribe this channel. Your subscription really helps me a lot. I will be making a more detailed video according to your request, if you want in 5 months scheduling, or if you want me to make a more detailed video on how to cover your Plab 1 keys, Plabable, as well as how to actually do your mocks, tips and tricks in it. So as per promised, I told you that we will be discussing some tips before ending this video, and this is the time now. The first tip that I can give you is participate in an active Plab 1 group. This might not sound like a really important advice, or you might not take it seriously, but personally it helped me a lot to gain a lot of confidence, to prepare much better, to know different clinchers or different the ways to remember your medical information. So please join your any group which is active. I personally run a group known as Plabzy. It's totally free, but the issue is that we have limited seats for each session, which usually lasts from one exam to the next one. So we prepare from one exam to the next one, which is upcoming exam. Usually it's for 3 months to 4 months. Plabzy is you can go. We don't have any Facebook group actually about it, but you can definitely message me on my messenger, or you can drop your message on Instagram or comment on YouTube to know more about this group. Alhamdulillah, almost 90 to 95% of my group members always pass. Few of them, yes, do fail. The way we prepare is very good in Plabzy. We go through all the topics, and I and other admins, the people who have created it with me, we have made a proper planning, and we have made a proper schedule to cover all the topics in the group, and it's very active for you if you want to join in. Review your difficult topics. I know it's difficult to go and do something challenging, especially if something which you don't like Epi or pharmacology or other subjects like neurology. But do go and review your difficult topics again and again and again. Yes, you might forget them, but it's okay. Just keep on reviewing them from different resources. Please don't use any resources outside the Plabable, outside the Plab 1. Maybe like Wikipedia or online. Yes, there are a lot of YouTube videos which few of my colleagues and members told me they are very helpful, especially in stroke. You can definitely go and watch it. The other thing is you have epidemiology. I wouldn't recommend you do it with your other smaller topics. Don't waste time on it. Do it at the end while doing your mocks. You can do your epi as well. It's just formulas. You have to just remember them and just apply them. Discuss with other candidates. Join the group. If you're in Plabzy, you already know there is a lot of active discussion going on every day, sharing clinchers, sharing easy ways to remember things, sharing new guidelines. So yes, discuss with other candidates, and you'll be reaching the last days of your exam, and on the last day, don't do anything. Okay, that's what I did. I had a lot of soda, I had a lot of chocolates, I watched YouTube, and I had a good night's sleep, which is very important. Do pray, do sleep very nicely, that you have 8 to 10 hours sleep, and the next day you are fresh and you're ready to go for your exam. If you like this video, please do share, subscribe. I'm asking you again and again, please do share and subscribe and like. Leave a comment. If you have any questions, you can comment. You can message me on my messenger. You can message me on my Instagram. or yeah. Anyways, take care. Dr. Taji here. I hope whoever is watching this video, it really helped you, and inshallah I hope that you clear your exam. Take care. Allah Hafiz.